Yugi and Grandpa should be getting home pretty soon, Haber said.
Yeah, I hope that Yugi can adjust okay. There are a lot of things that have changed since he remembers, Atamu said.
He's taken the fact that you two live here quite well, Haber said.
He does that we share a room, right? Yami asked.
Yes, and he's okay with it, Haber said.
It just means that you can't share a bed now, Atamu said. Yami glared at him. You don't need to remind me of that fact, Atamu, Yami said. Sorry, Atamu said.
Look, we need to be careful. We can't let anything slip that Yugi doesn't know. We've had to tell him enough as it is, Haber said.
We know, Haber. We won't let anything slip, Atamu assured him.
Good, Haber said. It wasn't long before Solomon and Yugi arrived at the house. Hey, Yugi, how are you doing? Haber asked. Good enough to be out of the hospital. Something I'm thankful for, Yugi said.
You only remember being there for a day at most, Solomon said.
I know, but I've never liked hospitals, Yugi said.
No one does, Atamu said. Yugi, why don't you go upstairs and get settled in your room, Solomon said.
Okay, Grandpa, Yugi said before he headed upstairs.
So, did Dr. Reed say anything? Yami asked. Just what you already know as a reminder. There's nothing new, Solomon said.
I hope that Yugi remembers soon, Haber said.
We all do, Atamu said.
Yugi walked into his room. He found that it had changed some. There were 2 beds in the room, although there was only 1 desk. There were a lot of books in the room as well as pictures. Yugi wandered around the room, looking at what had changed.
Is everything all right?
Yugi turned to find that Yami was in the room. Things have just changed some from when I remember, Yugi said.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Yami said.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault I can't remember, Yugi said. He looked around. Whose bed is whose? Yugi asked.
The one on the right is yours, Yami said.
Okay,
Yugi said. Normally we shared it, Yami thought. He knew that he couldn't tell Yugi that one.
Yugi then noticed something. The Millennium Puzzle, Yugi said, picking it up from the desk.
Yami smiled. Yeah, you did end up solving it, Yami said.
I wish that I could remember it, Yugi said.
You will, Yami said.
How did we meet? Yugi asked.
Yami had already thought of a cover story. We met a few months after what you remember. It was just one of those chance things, Yami said.
Why do you and Adamu live here? Yugi asked.
We had no one, and we were friends, so your grandfather offered to let us stay here, Yami replied.
Oh, that sounds like Grandpa, Yugi said.
I'll let you get some rest, Yami said.
Okay, Yugi said.
Yami then left the room.
Yugi sat down on the bed. What do I feel? Something about Yami makes my heart flutter. I feel so happy when I see him. What's going on? Yugi asked himself.
I sense a bit of foreshadowing again. Yami stood outside of the bedroom door with his hand over his heart. Damn it! I can't even be in the same room alone with Yugi without wanting to pull him into my arms and hold him, Yami thought. Yami headed downstairs and found Atamu and Haber cuddling on the couch. Not interrupting anything, am I? Yami asked. No, what's up? Atamu asked. I can't stay in that room, Yami said, walking over and sitting down on the couch.
Why? Haber asked.
I feel a strong urge to walk over and hug him, and I know that I can't do that right now, Yami said. He rubbed his forehead. Sharing a room with him is going to be hard, Yami said. I bet it is. Well, I suppose you could always move in with me and Haber, Atamu said. Yami glared at his brother. I think I'd rather sleep on the couch, Yami said.
Yami, you can't do that, or you will know something is up, Haber said.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you two were having sex, Atamu added. Yami glared at Atamu. Knock it off, Atamu. Not everyone starts having sex after dating for only a few months, Yami said. It was 10 months, Atamu retorted.
No offense, Yami, but you and Yugi have been dating for 2 years, Haber said.
We just didn't want to take it to that level yet. Get off that subject, Yami said.
Yami, it'll be fine. The fact that Yugi doesn't remember you won't change a thing. Yugi's going to remember that he loves even without his memory, Haber said.
I hope so, Yami said.
The entire group of friends had gone out together. They were wanting to try and get Yugi used to them again. So, what shall we do? Taya asked.
The mall?
Serenity asked. The entire group groaned at that.
All you and Taya ever want to do is go to the mall, Serenity. Can't we please do something else?
Joey asked.
Okay, what do you want to do, big brother?
Serenity asked. Joey thought for a moment before he said, I don't have a clue. It was Yugi who came up with a solution. How about we go to the arcade? Yugi asked.
Hey, great idea. We haven't been there in a while,
Tristan said.
All right, we know where we're going, so let's go,
Bakura barked. Yugi looked at him warily. Heiba placed a hand on Yugi's shoulder.
Don't worry, Yugi. You'll get used to Bakura and Marek in time. It took me a while to get used to them when I first came here, Heiba said. Okay, Yugi said.
The group then headed to the arcade. Once there, the group started to play different games that were there. Yami noticed the racing game and knew that Yugi had liked that game. Hey Yugi, want to play the racing game with me? Yami asked. Yugi's eyes lit up. Sure, Yugi chirped cheerfully. I'm glad that he's still his cheerful self at least, Yami thought. The two then went to play the racing game. Heiba and Atomu noticed Yugi and Yami playing the game.
How do you think they're doing? Heiba asked.
I don't know. This is rough for Yami right now. He misses the way things used to be for him and Yugi, Atomu said.
At least they're getting along, Heiba pointed out. We knew that they get along. I just hope that Yugi realizes how he feels for Yami soon, Heiba said.
Me and you both. A depressed Yami is something that I don't want to have to deal with for long, Atomu said.
Your worry for your brother is touching,
Heiba said sarcastically. Atomu glared at his boyfriend. You know what I mean. I want Yugi to remember so those two can get back together soon, Atomu said. That night, Yugi and Yami were together in their room about to go to bed. Did you have a good time today? Yami asked.
Yeah, I did. I think that I'll be okay with our friends. It'll just take a little getting used to. I'm not used to having such a large group of friends, Yugi said. You'll get used to it, Yugi, Yami said. I hope so, Yugi said.
Yami smiled. Good night, Yugi, Yami said, turning off the lamp.
Good night,
Yugi replied. The two lay down to go to sleep. Yami gave a silent sigh. I won't sleep well again. I know it. I haven't slept well since I haven't been able to sleep with Yugi. I miss holding him, Yami thought. He felt silent tears fill his eyes. I didn't realize that tears made noise. I hope he does remember me. I can't take this much longer, Yami said to himself. Yugi was confused.
I wish I knew what it was about Yami that made my heart flutter. I feel something for him, but I don't know what it is. He's so kind and sweet towards me, Yugi thought. Wow, I have feelings for another guy, and I'm gay. I wonder what that could mean.
He sighed silently.
I hope I can figure it out what's going on,
Yugi thought before drifting off to sleep. Author's note. Hope you liked it. Next, everyone goes back to school. R&R. Oh, the wacky hijinks that I'm sure will ensue from this.